So GM has announced that it will stop making the Chevy Sonic at its Orion Township assembly plant near Detroit so that it can make room for the refreshed Bolt EV and the Bolt EUV.
Which one is the Chevy Sonic?
It looks like this.
Oh, okay. This would make the Orion plant GM's second all-electric plant. Although Megan Soul, GM's spokesperson, did say, with this shift, it will make Orion an all-EV manufacturing facility with the ability to build ICE vehicles as needed in the future.
Wait a minute. As needed in the future?
As needed in the future. You know, in the future when they're going to be making ICE vehicles.
You just switched 2 plants over to EV. You're doing good there, GM. Good. Good.
And then, but don't worry, we can still make gas cars there. I have a feeling that this is either true, that they could, I mean...
The Sonic could come back.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, any building, you could build a car in it.
Right.
You know, you just need to put the robots in there and it needs to be big enough, which obviously it is.
No, this just goes to show GM's mindset that they're so like...
They're like, oh, don't worry. We're building an EV, but don't worry. Hey, don't worry. We could go back to building ICE cars at any moment.
All right, so let's talk about this Bolt EUV.
Right.
What you're seeing here is the Buick Velite 7, which came out in China and could give us an idea about what the Bolt EUV would look like. Basically, the EUV will be the existing Bolt's 66 kilowatt-hour battery. It'll have a 3-inch longer wheelbase, 6 inches of additional cabin room, and a sunroof, and the Super Cruise assisted driving package. It will also have faster charger, an 11 kilowatt up from the Bolt's 7.2 kilowatt charger, and is expected to come out in mid-2021. But there are no details on the range or the price.
So 66 kilowatt hours isn't that many kilowatt hours for an electric vehicle.
Right. I mean, it's enough to get the Bolt 250 miles of range.
Right. And that's fantastic.
Right. And the question is, now you're putting a bigger vehicle on it, probably going to get less range.
Right. I mean, Tesla, the long-range Model Y has a 75 kilowatt-hour pack. And so now we're talking about roughly 10% less than that. And also, we know that the Bolt isn't as efficient as the Model 3 or the Model Y. So that is going to mean that this car is going to be bigger than the Bolt, less efficient than the Bolt, and have a smaller battery pack than the Model Y. I'm just worried about range. I think that it'll probably be able to hit 200 miles.
Oh, definitely 200. I'm guessing like 220, something like that. But you know,
that's usable. I'll say that is usable.
It's usable, but it's, I don't know, it's going backwards kind of from what we're expecting cars to do. I just think this was a throw together. This was just like, hey, what can we quickly do to get something out to compete with the Model Y?
And it's like, okay, we'll take the Bolt pack and we'll just repackage it and it'll be a bigger thing, which is good. Again, the Model Y is just a bigger Model 3.
But don't forget, they're losing money on every Bolt sale. So they're going to lose money on every Bolt EUV sale.
I think it's safe to assume that at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, while we're talking about upcoming electric SUVs, Audi has unveiled their Q4 Sportback E-Tron concept, which is due out in late 2021. And Amar Vaya, the exterior designer, says it's very much the car you are going to see on the road. So that's kind of the only reason we're showing it here. Is normally we shy away from concept cars, but Audi is saying that this is pretty much what it's going to look like, and it better be, because if it's coming out in just a year and a half, they don't have time to change much.
Mm-hmm. Now, Audi is aiming for a starting price of $45,000 or 40,000 euros for a single motor, small battery pack edition.
Yeah, the high-end model would have 2 motors for 225 kilowatts of power, an 82 kilowatt-hour battery, 450 kilometers or 280 miles of WLTP range, and you know what we think about that.
Right. Well, less than probably.
And this would come out in a year and a half or late 2021.
If we want to change this world of ours,
which we do,
then we've got to spread information like this.
And you can.
We've made these clips short and easy to share. Just click on the share button down below, copy the link and paste it into an email or your social media.
Now you know.